Chapter 3, Part 3. They waited patiently for what seemed a very long time. At last they heard the sound of slow shuffling footsteps. There was the noise of a bolt shot back, and the door opened a few inches. "Now the very next time this happens," said a gruff voice, "I shall be exceedingly angry. Who is it?" "Oh, Badger," cried the rat, "it's me, Rat, and my friend Mole, and we've lost our way in the snow." "What, Ratty, my dear little man!" exclaimed the Badger in quite a different voice. "Come along, in both of you. Why, you must be perished." The two animals tumbled over each other in their eagerness to get inside. The Badger looked kindly down on them and patted both their heads. "This is not the sort of night for small animals to be out," he said. "Come along into the kitchen. There's a first-rate fire there, and supper, and everything." He shuffled on in front of them, and they followed him down a long, gloomy passage into the glow and warmth of a large firelit kitchen. The oaken settles exchanged cheerful glances with each other, plates on the dressers grinned at pots on the shelf, and the merry firelight flickered and played over everything. The kindly Badger thrust them down on a settle to toast themselves at the fire, and bathed the Mole's shin, and mended the cut with sticking plaster till the whole thing was just as good as new, if not better. When they were thoroughly toasted, the Badger summoned them to the table. When they saw the supper that was spread for them, really it seemed only a question of what they should attack first. Conversation was impossible for a long time, and when it was slowly resumed, it was that regrettable sort of conversation that results from talking with your mouth full. The Badger did not mind that sort of thing at all, nor did he take any notice of elbows on the table or everybody speaking at once. He nodded gravely as the animals told their story, and he did not seem surprised or shocked at anything, and he never said, "I told you so," or remarked that they ought to have done so and so. The Mole began to feel very friendly towards him. When supper was finished at last, they gathered round the fire, and the Badger said heartily, "Now, tell us the news. How's old Toad going on?" "Oh, from bad to worse," said the Rat gravely. "Another smash-up only last week. This is the 7th. "He's been in the hospital 3 times, put in the Mole. "And as for the fines he has had to pay, it's awful to think of." "Yes," continued the Rat. "Toad's rich, but he's not a millionaire, and he's a hopelessly bad driver. Badger, we're his friends. Oughtn't we to do something?" The Badger went through a bit of hard thinking. "Now look here," he said at last. "You know I can't do anything now." His two friends assented. No animal is ever expected to do anything strenuous or heroic during the winter. "But," continued the Badger, "once the year is really turned, then we'll take Toad seriously in hand. We'll make him be a sensible Toad." "You're asleep, Rat." "Not me," said the Rat, waking up with a jerk. "He's been asleep 2 or 3 times since supper," said the Mole, laughing. "Well, it's time we were all in bed," said the Badger. "I'll show you your quarters, and take your time tomorrow. Breakfast at any hour you please."